Hello, this is SD. I hope that you're doing well. I am feeling a little bit better after yesterday, which was when the Zoltan B run was recorded for me. I'm also feeling quite confident about this streak because Zoltan B and Stealth B are the only ships that I've lost with in my last 100 runs, and I've beaten both of them so far. So hopefully that bodes well for this one, getting to at least one cycle. And we've rolled Kestrel A for the next run. This is the default ship. It starts with a burst 2 and an Artemis missile. It's good. This exit location is not good. So 1, 2, 3, 4 C's. Everything except this in the first half of the sector. And then we can just go there to see that. There are some jumps here at the back, especially like these, that we're not going to be able to see. But finding an early store is not that important here. Okay, this is a very good first event to have. It can be a double reward. It can be... Sometimes that second bit of the reward is a crew member. Go and punch this idiot. These weapons kind of line up, but weirdly. If they were still completely up, what often happens is the chain laser will fire at 16 seconds, and then that fires for the second time at 18. So depending on whether the thing is manned or not, and whether your shields are manned or not, that can come in and catch you off guard. I think we can do this now without having to use a missile, unless they start running. But we should check as well for fires. Convenient weapons fire could result in a crew kill here. Doesn't look like it though. Unless we get it on the second shot of this volley. Assuming that all 3 shots hit, the second one that hits, that is. Yeah. Not happening. Try to rescue the crew, cool. So yes, we did get a double reward on a crew member. Angie, you can go indoors. We are unfortunately 1 scrap short of being able to get the shield buffer upgrade, but you know, we're only 1 jump in. And this is also a potential double reward. Depends on what they do with this chain charge ion. Okay, it looks like they're charging that up past the point that it would be dangerous. Them firing it at one point would have been worse, although I think I could have flashed my shields there, but of course they might have aimed at that anyway. I could maybe try to shoot O2 on this, but I'm not going to. You know, if we could put the Mantis repairing O2, that would be pretty good in terms of trying to get a crew kill. But I don't see a reason to mess around with these weapons. Oh, thanks. That's really helpful. Well, one of the jumps we were going to go to is a store. We're not going to waste our time going there. Let's just go around it. Like, I could have saved scrap instead of upgrading my shields and gone there, but what am I getting for 30 scrap? An ion blast? That's all that could be there that I would actually buy. Or an ion stunner. But I don't think it's worth spending a jump on the off chance that they have one of the specific weapons that I would actually buy here. It's a pretty good offer. It's max fuel and nearly max missiles. But it does not get me to the next shield level, which if we kill them, we will probably get, though we're not guaranteed. It's 12 to 19. So we'll see if that pays off. I could definitely see a situation where we end up low on missiles, and I wish I had accepted that. Right now, I'm most concerned about getting my second shield bubble. Yep. Second Shield bubble acquired. Examine the beacon, we get this crap. Advantage. We get really weird enemy boarding crew combinations from this event sometimes. I don't know if it's weighted in some way. Let's get out before that hits. Doesn't mean our crew are out of position, but surrender your stuff to me. It's fine, this ship can't even hurt me. I would train here, but they're running. This is going to be very annoying. Definitely spending a couple missiles here. Not a very good reward either. Let's attack and try to get to the storage cache. Come on, weapon drop. Okay, I'll take the most expensive drone in the game instead as a drop. I can now afford hacking. That's a nice situation to be in already. Jumps actually connect to this. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Do I actually have that many jumps? So I'm trying to maximize the number of jumps I take here, but making sure that I can actually reach the exit. I only have 3 jumps before I need to go to an exit. Go to the exit, so I can go here, here. No, I can't go that way because there's no jump I can be to in 3. I think the path then is just this, 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 and out, or this, this, that, and out, depending on how it goes. If there's a second store, I would go to it because of the ability to sell that. Whole repair drone. Okay, we do need to worry about that hack because it can eventually take R02 out. So let's shoot an Artemis. Putting the miss in Artemis. This ship is being obnoxious. Extremely obnoxious. I am going to insist on trying to get through this without spending another missile. The fight is currently safe. More double rewards. Gonna Go here and then here, just in case that, I don't know, the fleet pursuit doubles. And then we could end up being stranded. Yeah, this isn't great. I'll take it because it's a fight and it will give me some scrap, but it's a low scrap reward. Stop hacking my oxygen! It's a low scrap reward that gives a map, which here is not terribly helpful. Now, you really don't like me breathing. I guess I should have got my air refilled a bit better before I left that last encounter. Go and fix that, please. I had a bit of time to spare. You start taking damage at oxygen 5%, or specifically you get it at 5% within a room, which can vary, although I think in that case it was equal across the ship. These auto ships have had really fucking annoying evade. But still, we've only taken, what, 3 damage this sector? Yeah, 3. 1 Artemis missile and 1 random laser shot, I think the other one was. So yeah. We get a nice view of all the beacons that we're not going to be able to afford to go to. We can and will go to this pulsar. But first, let's refill my oxygen all the way, and I'll use speed hack for that. I did turn the tracker on, yes I did, good. Ship would be completely incapable of damaging me if we were not at a pulsar. I'm going to do this so that if they hit weapons, the Artemis, which they did, the Artemis will stay up. Because the way ion pulsars work is they do an amount of damage of ion damage to the system equal to the amount of power in it rounded down plus 1. The amount of power in it halved, rounded down, plus 1, is what I meant to say. So, there it did too. And that will therefore always take the burst laser down, but it will never take the Artemis down. And of course, it always does at least 1 damage. That's why they took 1 damage to theirs, because at the time their weapons were damaged, they only had this basic laser power. Really don't want to have to keep using missiles. And we're off. No, I'm not hiring a random human. Rock or Uncharted. We have protection against the Rock live mine, and there are 2 stores in that sector, so we're going to take that. The Artemis missile provides that, although you do need to actually have a missile, if I recall correctly. But we should be able to do that. Good thing about them having a basic laser and an Artemis is that when they get 1 point of repairs on weapons, they can't bring the missile back. It's a 2-power weapon, so they will delay always bringing that back up, and that means I can keep it suppressed. No. If I got offered a big missile surrender at this point, I would take it. We have enough scrap for what we might want in a store, but augmenting our missile supplies would be very helpful. Go here, that sees a long. We're gonna go here, then here, there. That sees the first, about 3/5 of the sector or thereabouts. But first, we're going to train. We can't train weapons, or probably we could train sheep and get points down when I'm not going to do it. But I will train everyone on pilot today. We also might be able to move there. Probably just 2 rocks. Flip YouTube. Nice thing, by the way, rock ships never run away, so you can be more aggressive when pursuing, and that's basically any ship that is a rock class ship. It's worth noting that that does not apply to pirate ships that are of a rock type, even though they gain the other benefits of being a rock ship, like they have rock armor. They will run away if they take enough damage to us. Ships that actually say rock as part of the name, they only run if they start the battle outright. They're willing to offer surrenders, but they never flee once the battle is actually started. Same with Mantis and Engine, with a small handful of event exceptions, those being the Mantis ship collectors and the Rock Homeworld's West. Not only should that help us in terms of trying to go for crew kills, it will also enable us to save a few more missiles, because a lot of the time I've been using those to prevent people from fleeing. We won't have to do that. Right, depower this. So let's see. I want to find out what level that oxygen is. If it's level 2, I don't think it's worth bothering. If it's level 1, I'll give it a go. Nah, it's level 2. Screw it. Thing is, if we get a fire in there, they'll run both rocks in. Given that they're 2 rocks, they'll put it out in absolutely no time flat. And then they'll stay in there and repair until it's fully fixed. Yeah, see, that's a reason that it can be good to go for a crew kill with a rock ship, is you get resists, and therefore you actually have more hull to play with. They've got a lot of resists here, actually, and they're not presently trying to do this, so maybe this will actually prove viable. Keeping the Artemis powered in case, say, I take a shot at this after it gets repaired and we don't actually hit. Although at this point I'm not sure I would use it for that, since it would do 2 damage. Damn it. So yeah, that's the kind of situation I would consider using the Artemis in, but I think at this point that's not worth it. I'm going to let him fully fix this, and then I'll fire the laser immediately afterwards. Outside of ridiculously good resist luck, we're not going to manage to pull this off now. Doing this with a burst laser too is kind of weird because the amount of time it takes them to repair one level of oxygen is pretty much the same as the amount of time it takes to charge the burst laser too. It takes 12.5 seconds for anyone that isn't an NG or a Mantis to fix one system level. And that's basically the burst laser 2 charge time. It's a bit less than that because we've got it manned. I don't think we need to get more jumps before this, given that we have a very expensive thing to sell. We could buy hacking and a weapon here. I suppose we wouldn't be able to buy hacking and a burst too. If I see that, I'll buy one of them, jump away and come back. We don't see that, but we do see a burst one. There is not currently any point in selling that hull repair, although the odds of me actually going drone control in this run are particularly high. And if we do, I would be doing it for offensive drones. I wouldn't be doing it, or a defense one. I wouldn't be doing it for hull repair drones. Speaking of hull repair, let's just repair the full. We can afford hacking right now. We're also now in a position where if we saw cloaking in the second store, I would be willing to buy that because we have an offensive upgrade to go on to. These weapons will last us well into the mid-game. That was a bit clumsy. Don't want that lining up with the solar flare. If there weren't a solar flare, this would be pretty easy to go for a crew kill, because I think they have 2 crew over there and they would work them both over to us. But I don't want to mess around with that going off in the background. Check this beacon out and then we'll go down below this. We don't see anything nice there. What's wrong? Pay the price, damn it. Okay, cool. Distress-wise, we have an NG now. The ship is really bad at distress beacons with the default setup, but having added the NG, you have a little something. This sees the most as well, so I might just go there. Search for the ship, yes! So this is the first part. If you want to do the crystal quest in the sort of legit way, which in the initial game you had to do this to get the crystal cruiser unlocked, you would take the stasis chamber. But of course, we're just going to take a weapon. From a win rate perspective, it is always the correct play to get the weapon. Even if you don't need a weapon, you can just take it and sell it. Actually doing the whole of the rock quest, doing the whole of the crystal quest is really, really hard and requires very good RNG. The game is not required to give you a rock homeworld's sector at all. I don't have 3 jumps here safely. I might be able to fit them in, but I'm not going to risk it, so I'm going to just go here and then to either this jump or this one. If that's a store, I will go there. Okay. Oh, we have a way to train weapons now, and we can also train shields here, so. I apologize, but there will be the dentist drill noise in a moment. In fact, there will be double, because we both have beams. I suppose I can charge the FTL to have a look to see if it's still on at the next job. If I do that, I might misclick or something. Let's just the weapon training will lag a bit. We only got the weapon training finished on the first pass because the person we had in there already had a full level of it. The pike beam is not a quick weapon, even when sped up. Yeah, we actually already have an endgame capable setup here. It's not spectacular, but it would do. Get the weapon 7, run these 4 guns. Most likely I'll look to swap the pike beam for something faster. Okay, so you two are done. Now you go here and you go here. Yeah, these 2 rocks. Don't know what level their oxygen is. But we'll give it a try. Oh, 1 moment. Sorry, my wife was calling out to me, and I went to respond and then realized that I probably should not have that conversation on the recording. You two, flip around. We're nearly there. This should probably be the last one of training I have to do this run, unless I decide to put somebody else in shields when we get a 5th crewman. Which, admittedly, if I don't get an NG or somebody trained in one of the other systems, I would do. Maybe if we get a slug, go with them on pilot and train them. Okay. You go there, and speed hack. Turn off. So I'm going to use the burst 2 for the moment because I don't know what level their oxygen is, and if it's level 2 I might actually be able to knock it offline. Nope, it's only level 1, good. Do this and then I don't have to actually do a depower thing. If I had one more weapon power, I would power the pike beam here in case, say, the second or, well, one of the 2 burst laser shots missed. I'd still be able to knock this offline. But I can't. So if I do it on consecutive goes, it should take... I should have to knock this offline 7 times or thereabouts before they run out of air. Whether or not I can do that will depend on whether they get dodges and whether or not they get rock resists. Cool, I got one. One of the kind I want them to get, not of the kind, namely dodges, that I do not want them to get. Okay, this isn't so bad. If this was a level 2 auction, it would be really annoying because it would be very difficult to keep it fully suppressed, which is what you need here. But in this case, it's fine. It will actually drain oxygen from that room, and when they fix this, they'll both run out. And when I break it again, only one of them will run back there. Since we'd made quite a lot of progress, I thought it was a good idea there to use the missile, even though it was going to do 2 damage. Because, yeah, we can knock this offline at least twice more, and I don't think we'll need to do it more than that. In fact, I think that should do it. It's a shame about the missile, but I didn't want to give them the 10 seconds or so to get the air back. That might have cost us the crew kill. This is indeed a store, so we got a drop that we can sell. We can afford cloaking if it's there. Given that we have offensive upgrades, I would do that right here. But instead we're going to just get back. Gonna sell these as well and buy the backup battery. And buy weapons up. We're gonna want that in the next sector. And there's no point saving scrap for an early store because I didn't really have very much scrap left. We will attack the rebels, of course. Burst laser those weapons down. Let's give them a moment and see if we can get a fire going in there. Admittedly, they have a med bay, but a good fire in a locked room will overcome that. Let's let them have this almost completely fixed, and then I'm going to fire the burst 2 there. That will kill this guy. They'll lose all the repairs, and hopefully it will set a fire. But it didn't. I think the crew kill is now not happening. But I don't need to wait for them to fix. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Ah well. Steal their stuff. And we did indeed not have an extra jump. It was close, as I said, but I wasn't sure about it. There was a reason for me not to be sure. Get a civilian. Yeah, well, there are early stores this sector. There's also a big-ass nebula that we're going to... Considering we may not have another store this sector, let's just hit this big nebula. Scouting the sector is not a terrible notion on the first jump, but I would rather take the fight. You're not that option does not actually cost 11 scrap. It actually costs 11, and in this case, an extra 16 to 27, since that's a medium reward in Sector 3. Nope. Damn it, they have 3 crew. However, we're not fixing that, so let's just shoot their shields, draw the pilot. In this case, seemingly draw the pilot into their grave. This is an enormous nebula. I think it's worth doing the greedy thing. We are probably going to get every single beacon in this nebula. Yuck. Oh, they have a bomb over there as well. I thought it was just a heavy laser. Okay, let's hack. Bit of minor damage is fine. I could maybe have hacked drones there, and the possibility that would have been better. It's just the problem is, if you do that and the drone doesn't get blown up, and your first volley misses, they have all of their weapons. Maybe they've like bombed your shields, and then very bad things happen. Unless they have multiple offensive drones, I usually find it more reliable to hack weapons. Unless their weapons are really terrible. If their weapons are really terrible, the drone shouldn't be that threatening anymore. Buy a power bar so I can back up battery and run everything. Now I'll save scrap. If I'm lucky, the next time I see a store, I will be buying cloaking metal. Nope, I don't need to hack here because they did a dumb thing with their first place. Dolphin flip. Explore the debris, hooray! Okay, so if we do get another training opportunity, I will be training that rock to be my pilot. But for the moment, move you into doors and the NG into shields. No, actually, even though we're not currently using the missile weapon, I would like to upgrade onto doing it. I would not want to do that. Would not want to have so few missiles when I do. Low power battles are nasty. Ah. Okay, good. Bridge dead. combat 2 drone is not safe. Even with that breach, it's not safe to train against. Never mind the difficulties of actually training in a low power situation. This should be it. Head down, we're gonna curl back up into the nebula later on. Yeah, we'll follow them. We got the bad outcome. We're low on fuel. This fight is dangerous enough, I feel, but I'm gonna hack their weapons even though they're fleeing. Yeah, they've got a repair drone over there. Triple drone setup. No, we're rejecting your so-called offer. I'd rather fight this idiot, just vent him. Screw kill him. Not really. It might be, but it will be a pain in the ass. Nope, no shooting missiles at me. I'm gonna take that. We're short on both of those resources. I mean, it looked to me like that ship was gonna burn down anyway, but they've got a rock. Maybe they'll be able to handle it. Here, here, and then up into the net. No, we cannot risk that. You can lose crew. I wouldn't mind a bit of repair, but I want to keep my scrap up in case we see a store with cloaking in the near future. Yikes. Let them fire the basic laser and then engage the hack. Split those weapons up. Nice. We can now afford cloaking by selling that. I mean, even if that hadn't dropped, we'd be able to afford it by selling the pike beam, but I mean, it's obviously preferable to sell a not very good augment than it is to sell a reasonable weapon. It's good practice to stay in for when I eventually am doing no-pause stuff. Tournament practice runs, which are not no-pause, but are very few pauses. I can probably do both of these, but I don't want to risk it. At least I don't think I do. Let's get my ruler. No, I don't. I'm not confident I can take another jump, so we missed out on one jump in the nebula. This ship can't hurt me at all. Even it running away would not be awful, since because of the way the sector is laid out, I would get to the exit without a dive anyway. But obviously I want the scrap. Might also have the room to jump to the exit, take whatever's there, jump away, take one more jump, and then come back without diving. I'm not sure. So I could go maybe here, there, and back. It looks to me like there isn't enough space for that, but I'll check after I do whatever's at this beacon. Explore the asteroid field. Cool. No, we don't have enough space for that. Mantis or pirate? They're neither of them particularly desirable sector choices. I'd say pirate is a little bit more dangerous, because you're more likely to fight like zone shield ships there. It does have more options for the next sector. In my experience, pirate is a little bit better on scrap. It's about average. Mantis is definitely one of the lower ones. We're in a strong position, I just need a store. I'm gonna go Mantis and take the less risky one. Damn. Get rid of that. Fine, all this is. I could swap the pike beam for that burst one. That's too lateral a move, it feels like. I won't be using another weapon for a while. I'm probably, now that we have, you know, we aren't guaranteed to get another store in this sector at all, so I think I'm going to get some of the safety upgrades I like to have in Sector 4, which is Engines 3, Hacking 2, and I'm probably going to get weapons up here as well to run the Artemis, just in case of, like, a nasty 3-shield ship. Also, let's do that so I can run the level 2 hack all the time. Now, that'll be annoying if it turns out there's a store right here, but, you know, it'll be very good if this turns out to be a really dangerous fight. Our chance of finding a second store, considering there's actually these beacons down here that are in a terrible location, is pretty low, because even if there is one, it's not guaranteed to spawn in a location we could reach. I have died. One thing that I recall is that I have died on this ship in a Sector 4 Mantis sector because I was greeting for cloaking and I got a really nasty auto ship. Along with some very bad RNG in that particular fight where, if I recall correctly, this was a long time ago, one of my shots got taken out by an asteroid field which prevented me from taking their weapons down, and they had hacked either my shields or my weapons, I don't remember which. I think it was my weapons. So yeah, not willing to try to keep greeting for smoking there. Nah, that's too much. I don't need the power, and I'm using all of my resources. Cool, double scrap fight. Awesome, double scrap fight. Quite safe one too, we'll just engage the hack after they fire this ion stunner. Should be able to do this without using a missile. Ooh. Yay! This should be a crew kill now. Doors lock. Mantis fail at fighting fires. Welcome aboard, Thomas. Take a look down here. Surrender your stuff to me. They have a big missile, so I'm not willing to risk hacking something that isn't weapons. What I can do, however, is if I'd been able to hit with that missile, that would have taken their missile out, and their laser would be completely harmless, so I could have fired that elsewhere. This has definite crew kill potential, although it may be tricky to stop them from manning. Because the thing is, if they take too much damage, or if that fire spreads too much, they just won't actually try to fight it, and therefore they'll be manning their piloting. Okay. The question now is just, do they burn to death? Or does their ship burn down? They should lose to the fires. Because they have 4 more hull, they have 4 more systems left. I suppose it really depends on what order the fires spread in, and how quickly they're able to. It's like if it burns down oxygen first, it's more likely. If it goes through here and burns teleporter down first, which unfortunately appears to be happening, then it's more likely they'll blow up. But even doing it this way, it might work because like they don't have any other rooms to run to, so when the fires go into those rooms, they will start burning. Hopefully it spreads to oxygen next. Burns that guy in there, and then does shields last. Unfortunately, that's not the way it's gone. So what this will come to is when the fire spreads into oxygen, does he burn to death and have the death animation finish playing before it burns oxygen down? I do not know the answer. That depends in part on what level that oxygen is. It did work. Cool. I'm getting a lot of crew. It would not be completely unreasonable to get a teleporter here, considering we have 2 rocks and an Artemis, but I probably will not be doing that. Yeah, the ship will blow up now. Do I want you to go on weapons? Sure, you go on weapons so I have somebody more mobile to run around. I still would like to find an opportunity to train this other rock to take over piloting. This ship has effectively 4 shield bubbles, and they shoot down my fucking missiles. And they have missiles of their own. I think the only way I'm ending up damaging this will be if I break that stupid shield overcharger drone or the defense drone. Unfortunately, I hit completely the wrong drone. Well, that doesn't matter too much. I can't use that missile anyway. Fuck this. Let's get out of here. Give it a moment longer. Okay, that has hit, so let's jump now. That's not a good place for a squishy NG to be. That was an annoying couple of jumps, but it's fine. No. You can lose crew this way. Admittedly, I could risk that because we have so many crew, but why? You know, the best outcome is you get crew. I already have loads of those. I could lose my NG. That would suck. Sucking. It's a pulsar that has hack. And a boarding drone. This is a little bit sketchy because they have hack on my doors. Switch that off. It's not a completely awful offer. It's not a great one, so. Yeah, I'm happier with what I ended up getting. No, ignore it. Get a fight. A fairly dangerous fight, but we can handle it. Very glad that we have hack 2 here and not just hack 1. Switch that off, please. Shame that's an NG. NGs are too good at putting out fires. Fuck you, NG. Could have been a beautiful crew kill, but you had to go and spoil it. I mean, you end up dead all the same, so you might as well just let me get it. Off to a civilian sector, which is a much better place to be than a Mantis sector. Well, we once again have a big section of a sector that we can't particularly easily reach, although we might be able to get at least some of these. Like these two jumps we're never getting to. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we would need distraction buoys and some luck with events to hope to be able to reach those two. Nope. I don't have it. Well, now there's guaranteed to be another store in this sector, though of course it could be like there, or one of these jumps back here that we can't reach. Gonna buy the Ion Stunner as a sort of transitional weapon I can then upgrade and use. Like I can still afford cloaking because I would sell the pike beam for it. I'm gonna do this, and that's the maximum I could do. I could sell that and get to 152. You know, I can use the Ion Stunner in place of the Artemis in fights where they have defense drones. In a little bit, I can upgrade and use both of them. It just provides me with, like I said, some flexibility. And it's not like it's very expensive, so... Here we definitely prefer the missile. And see if I can now put the missile into their pilot. We did, and they still have it because it's level fucking 3. You assholes. Level 3 piloting enemies that are running away are very obnoxious to deal with. This is a jump to go to. Those are good guns over there. We're still going to fight the ship, but... I nearly engaged the hack too late because I was thinking, oh, I could let them fire these two weapons, and then I remembered at the last instant, no, that lines up with the flak. We can maybe use this Ion Stunner to do crew kill stuff as well in the fires. I could have bought, obviously, at that store, I could have bought Mind Control, but I would rather hold out to see if we can get cloaking, because I just win if I do that. Oh, no, we need a fire. We got it. Hooray! And we don't see a store. I'm gonna get this upgrade now. I can still afford to sell the pike beam for cloaking. now I don't even need to do that. Although, get this power bar, so now currently I would need to do it. Attempt to follow them, we get even more crew. Sort of Kestrel Rock, eh? That was a lot of dodges. Not as many as that was, though. Gonna take that. We need fuel. This gets us to the range where only selling the anti-drone on its own is enough to afford cloaking. One, two. Yikes. I think I prefer the hacking here, but there is an argument for countering this because currently our hack doesn't do anything, whereas our engines do. We're gonna eat one volley, and I don't think there's a great deal we can do. No, definitely not with them dodging like that. Here, let's do a thing. Keep these up. The ion does double damage against Zoltan shields. What I'm hoping is that when we get Zoltan shields down, we can immediately do that. Yeah, that was not an easy fight. And we get to get a random scrap reward from this, so watch it be something completely rubbish. Yeah, it's pretty bad for this point in the run. Intervene to defend the outpost. Stupid long pre-close. What I'm going to try doing, since this ship maxes at level 2 pilot head, is to do that. Good. Decision to not give away 2 of all of my consumables earlier for a power bar is certainly looking better right now than it did at the time when it already looked pretty reasonable. Double reward. Yeah, one of the stores was at one of these beacons back here that we were never going to be able to reach. So I take these 2 jumps. It'd be a dive, but it's a nebula dive, so that's not particularly worrying. I'm going to have a think about that, because I am going to be off for a little while. See you in a bit. Okay, we are back. So, we're late in Sector 5. I was considering whether or not to dive here, which I've decided I will do. I'm going to do this to get Hacking 3. I can still afford cloaking without selling anything at all. And if we fight a dangerous enemy, I can hack weapons and run the hell away. Yes, we will aid the Federation. Shit. Ah, I did not mean to select you. Well, that's promising. This would be one place where having mind control would actually be fairly helpful, but I can probably crew kill this without it. Okay, this time let's do it properly. Okay, they're gonna run in to fix the weapons in a moment, and I am going to shoot the oxygen when they do that. And that should run the air back out in that room. There we go. I want you to break through that, so that it will reset itself, and I'm going to try to stun you. Oh, the air came back in there temporarily because when they punched the door down, the air was equalizing between these 2 rooms. Crew kill! And I'm glad that they didn't just give me a crew member, because I'm already maxed out on crew. As we've already seen in this run. In fact, if I'm remembering correctly, in the first jump of this run, we saw that that event can give you crew. That's an ion 2. I don't want them to be able to fire an ion 2 at me, really. Much better. And now we're off to the nebula dive. So that was quite good, 2 encounters at those 2 beacons that we went to. And we're quite safe right now, so we might as well keep fighting. Well, we'll go to the sector that has choices. Sector 7, since Mantis controlled the Mantis homeworld, are basically the same sector. You can get Kazakh in the Mantis homeworlds, but we don't have the prerequisites necessary for that, and I don't want to spend the scrap to get them. Speaking of spending scrap, should I do this? Yes. I won't buy the power bars yet because I can power them this way, and I can still sell the anti-combat drone to get cloaking. Okay. So we're not guaranteed another store in this sector. One of our options for Sector 7 is a green sector, so we have at least one sector that has two options. I'm wondering about taking one of these two systems. The problem is, I would actually probably take drone control with a combat drone here if we didn't only have 8 drone parts, because we can make it work well with, our weapons are quite fast, and we could potentially skip more weapon upgrades, or, maybe even eventually just upgrade onto the pike beam. But the problem is, we can't really get many drone parts, even if we buy all the drone parts here, which I'm probably going to. In fact, let's just do that. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. And I mentioned earlier that it could be reasonable to get a teleporter here, since we have a couple of rocks. We're now up to 3, actually. But I don't see the need to do it. It doesn't particularly help me at this point. We can kill any ship in the game with our conventional guns and hacking. That takes me below cloak threshold even by selling the pike beam, so let's not do that quite yet. Yeah, let's go like this. Hopefully there's another store in this sector, but if there isn't, it's not the end of the world. Artemis is useless here. One moment. Okay. I'll buy some power. If there'd been mind control in that store, I definitely would have got that there. I might have also considered drone control if there'd been a defense drone, because that's one that doesn't need to be used every single fight to be effective. But as much as I like combat drones, if you're going to go into them, you do kind of need to be able to use them regularly. I suppose you can make use of things like a combat drone or a beam drone specifically for dealing with things like Zoltan shields. Otherwise, we already have a setup that deals with those well. More power. There and then there. No, you go in there and you go in there. You guys might want to reconsider your priorities of what you're doing. No store. Do not want them firing an ion 2 at me when they have double offensive guns. Oh, you dickhead. Unfortunately, this will be a low scrap reward since they're running away. Why this ship is running away, I don't know, since they're quite strong. The rebels are like that sometimes. Cool, there's another store. We have enough scrap to buy mind control and cloaking right now. Unfortunately, neither of those are here, but the weapons. They also do have that drone control with the defense drone there, so I need to consider whether or not to do that. But, I mean, obviously, the first thing I'm going to do is this. We use that instead of the ion stunner. Go like this for the moment. I suppose I could have kept the Artemis, but whatever. Oh, I did. I haven't sold it yet. Hooray! I'll buy it as a protection against really terrible Sector 7 stores. You know, there might be two. It's a sector. There's at least one sector that has 2 stores in it, but maybe there'll be 2 stores that have no systems on it. We do also have a crew, so mind control is not as useful as it would typically be. Although mostly I like it as my 3rd system because it requires the least in terms of resources to use. Well, it and cloaking, but cloaking requires double the amount of resources to acquire. And it's also a very good support system. But it wasn't here, and drone control and defense drone was here. It would not shock me if I end up never using it. We can give you 5 missiles. I won't be using the Artemis for very long. I just want to get back into easily affording cloaking range. And then I will be spending the scrap after I do that on upgrading my weapons. Download the data stores. I didn't really want to pull information about the sector, although it does mean that diving is somewhat more reasonable than it would otherwise be. Oh, cool. Now I can afford it by just selling that. I don't think I can get both of these, but I think I will dive for one. We can make quite a lot of scrap from even one fight at this point. I did the dumb thing. Boom. I wanted more fires. So I should be like this. Let him fire the first one. That's annoying. Probably gonna take another ASP because of that. So I don't know. Guys up and be able to get out quickly. Yep, we will indeed be able to get out on top. If we'd done that Crystal Homeworld's quest way back at the beginning, we could have dealt with this thing, but obviously I want to go to the sector that can have more stores, even though going NG in Sector 7 is pretty blah. Just go to the place that has more stores. Cloaking is a definite win at this point. I could beat the flagship without cloaking. It's easiest if I get it. Okay, there's no systems here. I'll buy the scanners. To 20 just so that if I take no more damage for the rest of this sector, I'll heal up at the beginning of the next one. One, two, three. I mean, I could see the whole sector faster by going here, but I might as well go to one of the only fights that I'm likely to see in this sector. How about no? So I might see some use here, but probably. They're waiting for the fire to get put out with it. It's actually quite helpful that he ran off with only 3 hit points. Not a bad offer, but I don't need missiles so much I'm not going to kill on this. They have too many NGs. I suppose that makes sense since this is an NG sector. It was worth spending a missile to try it, since I won't be using the missile for very much longer. Not quite. Yes, we will accept this. And we've spotted the other store. One, potentially, of the other stores. There may be a third store, because NG sectors can have 3. Since NG sectors can have 3, I will hold off. I could just buy mind control here and lock myself out of cloaking. That's probably fine, but I don't need to do that, so let's not. Could do this. This takes me temporarily below being able to afford cloak. But, I mean, if all else fails, I can sell the defense drone for it. I suppose I should be checking these stores for useful offensive drones, but none of those qualify. So auto reloader is cute. Actually, I have a burst too. I'm going to do that for helping me deal with ships that have cloaking. Gets the burst laser shot in before the second burst laser shot in before their second cloak. Unless I'm hacking shields or having to, well, I was going to say having to cloak, but of course I can perfectly do that. No. Are you fucking kidding? That's such bullshit. I will do this because it's late in Sector 7. We'll be diving in this sector, so... No. Okay, good. There is a third store, and we have precisely 150 scrap. Yay! Now, we can't buy anything else, but whatever. Fight there. Dive. We should get some fuel from those. And if we don't, we'll kill them. Double offensive drones is spooky. Down. No, I'd rather keep my hacking. This weapon setup is bad enough that I'm going to try doing this without hacking this. Like you could get through shields with this, but because their own cloak will cause them to not want to fire their ion. Now they don't have an ion. Thank you, auto reloader. Unfortunately, this engine will fix it really fast and then they'll cloak. About the time my weapons were ready to fire, so I decided to just make sure they don't want to. If they offer a surrender with fuel, I will have to take it. know that says 59, but whatever. The 6 fuel is legitimately nice. Oh, really? Get 100% like it over. I did not think that was going to be a dive. Let's just do this. You do launch them since I don't have my weapons charging anyway. Just come and fight me. Okay, that's an excellent idea. I dare say it's the best idea you ever had. You have lots of good ideas. I really respect that about you. Okay, that's hit, so let's jump. This is slightly too fast to do the cloak hack cycle too, unless you have really, really, really good timing. Your weapons guy. This has crew kill potential. Cause yeah, you're not gonna board me with an NG. Look now, let's try to kill them while in cloak. Go, punch, yeah. This should be a good kill. Air is too low, so they're trying to get to the oxygen, but instead they're going to suffocate themselves. Nice. Buy a bunch of fuel. Is it worth taking this for another dive? No. Cool! You can't get this loadout in-game, but I wish you could just because it looks cool. Yeah, I'm deeply envious. And I mean, in player's hand, that could even be a pretty decent weapon setup. It wouldn't be great because they're not fast weapons. But who cares? Style is important. We will let them live in recognition of their cool weapon setup. Obviously, from an objective standpoint, my weapons are way, way better than that, while costing 2 less power. Did I just say that previously? I don't remember, honestly. I don't have anything to sell. It's not there. More drones would definitely be nice, but not essential. I suppose the main thing that I might want to go to that store for would be to see if maybe I could get something like an offensive drone. I'm gonna move this rock out of doors. I really should have done that earlier. Because if I want to send them around to fight people. Shoot that. Ooh, good, double fire. Cloak now. Don't know if we can get both of these guys, but we can definitely get at least one. Yep, we got them both. With mind control, this would be a guaranteed crew kill, but... Gotcha. And... there we go. Nice. Just park you two together. Breaches are not nearly as good as fires for game because they're too slow. There we go. Unfortunately, the breach may, and indeed seems likely, to put those fires out. Okay, I take the mean thing I said back about breaches. It was deeply hurtful and not considerate of its feelings. You guys know shields exist, right? You have them on your own ship. You even have more than me. As mentioned, we have indeed not used the defense drone once, but had we not been able to get cloaking, we'd have been very happy to have it. See if I can at least get the shield buffer. If I can get a good fight, I might actually be able to get them properly upgraded. Take this and then go south. Flagship spawned in such a place, they have a long way to go to get to the base. Unfortunately, some of my jumps are being taken over. We might be able to make use of the defense drone here. Let him in and punch him. Make sure you die. Now it's just a matter of whether I can get rid of this person. I think that oxygen is upgraded enough that that's not going to work, but maybe it will. It seemed to come back in that room very quickly, which means it will take quite a long time to drain in there. On the other hand, I have time to wait. Stop that. Yeah, I think we got it. That's quite a bad crew kill reward for Sector 8. Good, we got a rebel ship to fight. This looks like it's going to be a quick kill. Might need to wait a bit for fires to spread around. I don't want to shoot at them and do hull damage that might make the difference in them blowing up and not blowing up. I don't believe this one human can put out all the fires that are going to spread on this ship, so... Okay, spread to shields, because then they'll prioritize defending that and can burn the med bay down. That's a level 3 med bay, I think. Because, yeah, he's staying at completely at 100 HP while in that room fighting a fire. His engines are burned down, he can't run them. There we go. quite as much power as I would like and some of the buffer upgrades that I want, but we can get those between phases. Cloak now, we can maybe kill this shit. Dead rebels. And yeah, we'll get a power bar with our scrap next time, and then the bit after that we'll probably only be able to afford like buffer drones. We won't ever upgrade our doors, but we have 8 crew, we'll be fine. And our weapons should get us some crew kills in this phase. We might get tagged by a missile here. Yep. Sometimes when you get a bait hack, that just happens. Damn it. Cloak that. Not enough fires. I was trying to go for side room kills, and of course the lock was broken. Boo! Anyway, we can have the grand moment we've all been waiting for. The defense drone will actually be able to do something in this phase. Keep the boarding drone off my damn ship. Defense drone, you had one job, and I mean literally you had one job. It's the only thing you've been used to do in this entire run. I feel like I've had poor luck with the enemies dodging loads of shots in this run, but I don't know whether that's actually happened or whether that's just confirmation bias on my part. Okay, got a fire. Coronel Nub, no one likes you. If I blow them up here, the ship will become an auto ship in the final phase. Nice work, defense drone. Maybe I can get a set of shots off that will kill one of them, but not the other. On the other hand, I'm about to use a drone surge, so if they become auto ships, so be it. They're gonna mind control one person. It'll be annoying, but whatever. That is particularly annoying. Can I vent you out and then send somebody else to take that over, since I have multiple weapons trained crew? I think you are trained, aren't you? Yes. You go here. You go there. Okay, good. You go here. You two go and be punched. I was going to say, this is the kind of weapon setup that I would consider hacking missiles on, but it looks like that wouldn't have been possible anyway. Yeah, there's no way the hack would have been over in time because they got too many dodges. You get in there as well. Oh yeah, I didn't have full hack on their shields because they hit my hacking system. So they really drain their shield bubbles. Thank you, fire. Just some minor scratch damage. The bad dodge luck continues. But eventually, we get the win. Pretty good. Scrap is on the low side for ships defeated. I feel like we had quite a few low scrap fights in that, but still. It was a comfy kind of run. So we are 1/4 of the way to a cycle. 3, 2, 1. And we got a pretty good shit next time. So I will see you for Rock C. I hope you enjoyed the run. Bye for now.